In an unprecedented move, the country's top wrestlers, including Tokyo Olympics bronze medalist Bajrang Punia and World Championship medalist Vinesh Phogat, staged a protest in the national capital alleging dictatorship of National Federation President Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, who is a BJP member of parliament. The wrestlers have alleged mental harassment, targeted abuse, lack of any professional support. After his 2020 Tokyo defeat, Vinesh Phogat alleges being treated as a traitor. Let's listen in to the interview.
ऐसा क्या हुआ जिससे आज आपको सड़क पे उतरना पड़ा? ऐसा क्या ट्रिगर था जिसकी वजह से आपको आज यहाँ पे आना पड़ा?
हर दिन तिल तिल करके मरने से अच्छा तो एक बार ही मरा जाए। हर दिन मरने से अच्छा, रात को चैन से नींद नहीं सो पा रहे। हमें ये नहीं पता कि कल उस कंपटीशन में हम खेलेंगे नहीं खेलेंगे, हम बाहर जा पाएंगे नहीं जा पाएंगे, हम नेशनल कैंप में जा पाएंगे नहीं जा पाएंगे, हमारे कोच हमारे साथ होंगे नहीं होंगे, हमें कुछ खिला पिला के उनके जो चमचागिरी जो करते हैं जो लोग, क्या पता उनको वो हमें मैच के टाइम पे हमें कुछ खिला दे। हमारा डोपिंग टेस्ट होता है, कभी भी हो जाता है, हम डोप में पॉजिटिव आ जाएं, कितना डर हमें सताता होगा। कितनी बार हमने रिक्वेस्ट कर ली, कितनी बार मैंने मेल, जैसे फेडरेशन के प्रेसिडेंट जी बोल रहे थे कि उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया। हमने आज तक इतने मेल किए हैं, कभी मेरे पास सब प्रूफ है, उनका एक भी मेल पे रिप्लाई नहीं आया कभी भी, किसी भी चीज के बारे में। तो हर एक चीज के लिए उनके कमरे में जाना पड़ेगा क्या हमें?
कोई फेडरेशन के पास कोई इनका लेटर हो, कोई पत्र हो, कोई कि मिले हो, आकर के शिकायत किया हो? अभी बजरंग पूनिया एक हफ्ता पहले आए थे, मिल करके गए कि हमको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। अभी साक्षी मलिक मिल करके गई, कहीं हमको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। साक्षी मलिक ने कहा कि हमको ट्रायल में परमिशन दे दीजिएगा, हमने कहा ट्रायल में परमिशन दे दिया जाएगा। तो मैं देश सुन रहा है इस समय, मुझे गौर से रहा सवाल,
यौन शोषण
नहीं हुआ,
कोई यौन शोषण जैसा
नहीं हुआ,
क्यों लगाएगा?
नहीं हुआ, नहीं हुआ,
बार
नहीं हुआ।
और सर एक या दो नहीं, कई रेसलर
नहीं हुआ, नहीं हुआ। एक भी रेसलर खड़ा कर दो, एक भी रेसलर खड़ा कर दो।
All right, joining us right now is Ms. Geeta Bhatt, who's a political analyst, and so is Mr. Sanjay Jha. Thank you very much to both of you. Sanjay Jha, what does this say about the manner in which the federation is being run? I mean, either Mr. Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, who's a BJP MP also, either he's correct and every wrestler who has won laurels for this country is wrong, or it's the other. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how do you fix a situation like this? Because it is unprecedented what is happening.
Sanket, my brief response: the way the federation or the sports bodies in the country are being run is no different from the way this country is being managed. What are the accusations? Being autocratic or dictatorial. Exactly what we talk about on your political programs probably every day. What is the accusation? That there has been a certain violation which obviously is scandalous and repugnant and reprehensible. What is the response? Kuch nahi hua. Exactly what you hear from this government. You know, there's a whole culture of brazening it out. And I can tell you, as somebody who passionately follows sports, Sanket, India doesn't prioritize sports. Mr. Modi will come and, send tweets when somebody wins a match. He will take pictures and photo ops with various players. He basically encashes on the talent of people who have basically done it on their own. Look at the budgets that you have for sports in India. And as long as you have politicians, and I say it across the board in a very agnostic, bipartisan way, as long as politicians infiltrate sports bodies, you will continue to have Indian sports people not getting what they deserve. It's a matter of shame. And I think this requires intervention at the highest level. But I can tell you,
the allegations over here are of sexual harassment.
Yep.
So do you think that a very strong intervention is required? These are not ordinary allegations of, I'm not being given a fair chance. This is a whole bunch of very, international wrestlers of international acclaim who are alleging something as serious as sexual harassment.
Absolutely. And Sanket, we are talking about, India, which has a government that practices sloganeering of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. But how can you expect anything from Mr. Modi's government? If they were silent, and not just silent, if they encouraged a ruling that set free the rapists of Bilkis Banu, do you really have any expectations for these wonderful sportswomen of India who are trying to get us gold medals? I have none. I have zero expectation from the Modi government.
Okay. Geeta Bhatt, in his explanation, Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, who hails from Uttar Pradesh, he says that he opened up the whole process of, finalizing the players for international tournaments, internal democracy, giving all states equal rights and opportunity and not just one state. And perhaps these could be the reason why players are up in arms. Of course, a lot of this was inference and conjecture. But don't you feel that if players are willing to put their neck out and say that we were sexually exploited or there was sexual harassment, the least that is expected of the government is to come in and, pending investigation, have another head of the Wrestling Federation? These are very serious charges, very serious.
Sanketji, Vinesh Phogat and Punyaji, Prachi Malik, these are, well-known wrestlers who have brought laurels to this country. And definitely, if they have raised their concerns, then it needs to be heard and it has to be taken very seriously.
No, Ms.
At the same time,
Mr. Brijbhushan Sharan Singh is a political leader. He is an MP of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and he is also the head of the Wrestling Federation. In the past, we have seen pictures of Mr. Brijbhushan Sharan Singh also slapping players. These pictures, all of us have seen. So his high-handedness is not hidden from people. So in that context,
I would like to, reply it in this in two parts. One is in response to what Mr. Jha was saying, that everything, what has happened is trying to say that he has no expectation from the Modi government. Just to remind him that the Prime Minister had even those players, when those who participated in the Olympic Games and when those who could not win any medal, even they were called and they had an interaction with the Prime Minister. It was not that only those who won medals for the country, which shows, and there is a contrary to what happened in UPA government, where for hours together, well-known badminton players, they had to sit outside the Prime Minister's office waiting for a call to just have a formal interaction, with him. So,
Professor Bhatt,
this is first part. Second, I am coming to this
Professor Bhatt, do you feel, Professor Bhatt, my final question, yes or no, don't you feel that this is embarrassing for the country and some strong action needs to be taken immediately?
Yes, definitely. And my concern, you see, there has to be a internal complaint committee which is there in every organization based on the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013. Now, the first concern is whether a complaint has been lodged formally by those who are the aggrieved party. That is the first point, because nowhere in because this has just come in the media.
I just feel as a federation, as a government, if players are feeling the need and compulsion to come out and protest, I think it would be good on the part of the government and the federation to reach out to them. That's the least that the government can do, or the federation.
Yes, definitely they need to
I've run out
look
of time.
into it, and there should be
Thank you very much, Professor Bhatt, as well as Sanjay Jha, for joining us.